A little repeat of the final back in 2010 when Carissa Moore took the win over Steph Gilmore. And once again, Carissa has gotten the nod right out here at Super Two Bush, where she's taken the lead in that opening round heat over Steph Gilmore and Tia Blanco. Tia will be going into that elimination. Quiet confidence that they each carry, coming up against women like Tatiana Weston-Webb, who finished off #2 in the world last year.
Wow, how was that whip in the corner?
That was beautiful.
She literally loaded up and just torqued the big frontside hack. This is Molly on the backhand here. I love the way she serves. She's really technical. It looks better than it was this morning when she had the rain in her eyes, so she was excited to get out there.
As we see Molly on her forehand driving into that first turn and setting herself up for that finishing section, rides the lip line and comes out clean. That was an aggressive attack for her second wave. Opened up with a 4.17 and has a second score to come through.
She's obvious that she's done a lot of work to get here, but her maturity in her surfing and even on like, I always like to look at athletes as a whole, right? You have to have the water and a land act.
Well, she's been working with Glenn Micro Hall for a number of years now, and having that opportunity, she's been able to train with the likes of Tyler Wright and get to spend time with those championship tour athletes. As we see Gabriela Bryan up and riding on her forehand, nice connection with the lip to start off, goes in for a big hit on the second one, and she'll just compress to make sure she rides out of that cleanly. And this is a fiery heat. Things are going. Everyone looks really aggressive and tenacious coming in. That is a heavy wave, a wave of massive consequence. And to know that she's ready to charge and just throw everything she has at it is exactly what we would expect from a surfer of her caliber who, you know, has had those kind of world title conversations in the past, but now to see her really in that mix, as we see M.Picklum riding on her backhand. Nice wrap to start things off with. Bit of a smaller wave, not as much power to finish off with.
But she had a good flow, and she, you know, really reactive, down carve back into that lower double up. So you really have to kind of make your decisions on the fly. Where you see her right here, she comes up and she does a snap, and then she looks at it and, oh, there's another little down wave, so I'm going to go back down in for that section too.
There's so much pressure on the line. It's crazy. We're in the third event of the season, and to know that we're going to lose 6 women in the next 2 events is crazy. As we see really aggressive approach, great wrap from Tatiana Weston-Webb, and looking to improve on that 4-point ride.
Yeah, this is just a wave I can see Tatiana winning at. Wanted to run in Hossegger when it was pretty heavy, and she was very vocal about it. And you know, out here you see her really tuning into the conditions and feeling confident and strong in the lip line there.
It's amazing, Queen of Makana. Great impact on you. Congratulations this season.
Thank you so much.
This looks like a replay of Gabriela Bryan. Wow, beautiful top turn right there. Really fast, explosive surfing. We saw a lot of that out of her at Sunset, and I feel like right now we're seeing it again. This down the line shot, you can really see how much water she's sending up into the air, and that's just pure power play right there. Pushing really hard off the tail into the lip, and a great connection. Gets 3 turns off. It's just such a cool connection that they have, even though that they're separated in time.
As we see live action with M.Picklum going 12 o'clock on that first hit, goes in for the second one. That little foam climb to finish off. Stays really low and compressed. Has a lot of that Sally Fitzgibbons, as you mentioned earlier, within her surfing.
And I really enjoy watching her surf. And she's a radical surfer. I mean, she really is going after lip line right there and surfing really strong and aggressively. Beautiful wave right there on the back.
M.Picklum sitting in the lead and now looking for another great score. Straight up into the lip line, connects well with the second turn and rides out so smooth. She's already got a 7.17 on the board, improving on her 6.17. And Strider, I think you liked the look of that one.
I mean, come on. Watch this replay. She attacks the lip line. The first turn here is beautiful. Straight up into the bowl, slams it. But look at how quickly she gets back up into the lip line. Now that, to me, that's quick twitch muscle reactive surfing that you have to be training for.
Down to 6 minutes on the clock. Up and riding on her forehand, Tatiana. Trying to stay busy. Remember, she's chasing just a 4.17. Great jam. Wraps it back into looking for that final finish, and she's staying really active on the inside section. So she's only chasing a 4.17 Strider to take that position away from Gabby.
She would have had a better chance at it. this wave wasn't bad either because, Tatiana, that turn right there had a lot in it. And if she would have been able to have something on the inside that really gave her that bang that she could shut it down with, she would have, come away with a much bigger score. But that turn right there was beautiful. So I think she's going to get a pretty solid number just for that one turn because it was one of the better turns we saw. Yeah, here's another wave being ridden.
M.Picklum, whoa, goes for the air, goes for the rotation. Doesn't make it out, but she is showing that she's willing to throw anything that she has, a surfer who does have a great aerial game to her to bring it into competition now. Tatiana's now gotten that advancing position over Gabriela Bryan. And Molly now throwing that little stall, looking for something specific in the lineup now that she's fully freed up with her current score line. And that's one of the things about these types of conditions. There is so much opportunity. Gabriela Bryan with opportunity as we were looking at the heat recap. So 2-turn combination. And there we have it. Tati up and riding once again. Goes straight up into that lip on the finish. Nice quick reactive timing as well. She was chasing that 4.17 on the last wave. Got that 4.5 as you mentioned to get herself above Gabby Bryan. See if that factors in. She's chasing a 4.61 to advance over Tatiana Weston-Webb, who got a piece of this one.
Yeah, she comes into the inside, snaps away, goes for a third turn. Doesn't get to the party on time, but definitely still gets there at the end. So, solid surfing. Tiny bit off with the timing on the end, but a couple of quick kind of down the line snaps.
So 45 seconds on the clock. Sitting with priority is Gabriela Bryan, who is in third place, now up and riding, chasing a 4.61 2-turn combination, strings it together so well. And we'll see if it's enough to take her into that advancing position.
Ooh, I think she, and the requirement actually grew because of Tatiana's wave. We saw that left-hander where she got 3 turns in.
Tati's dropped to 5.17. Molly now up and riding as well. Throws that little stall in after the first turn. Lines it up for that finishing section. That right's just wrapping and holding open for her. She's going to ride through. So Molly with a significant lead.
I do think that, she surfed really well. I saw one flash of brilliance when that big front hand snap, and M.Picklum just went out there, and every heat, every contest, she is looking more and more confident.
She has all the confidence to carry her through, not just past the midseason cut, but towards maybe a world title in her rookie year. We'll see what happens. M.Picklum with a solid win, 15.50 for that heat total.